Good afternoon everyone, my name is Darren and I'm a personal trainer with a specialist element that allows me to work with people with specific medical conditions such as mental health, rheumatoid, arthritis, diabetes, obesity, etc. Today I'm going to explain to you the importance of the warm-up as well as stretches and some few other exercises that's within this video. So the importance of a warm-up is to avoid injury. It's to get the body prepared for exercise, get the blood circulating around the whole system, as well as releasing the synovial fluid within the joints. The equipment that you can use to perform a warm-up are the CV machines, so cardiovascular machines such as the bike as you see me using, as well as the cross trainer, the rower, or if you prefer to use functional movements, big body functional movements, you can do that instead. You want to at least do the warm-up from about 5 to 10 minutes. If you're working at a sedentary level, that means if you've not participated in much exercise and you're just a beginner to the gym, I would work at an RPE level of 5, maybe 4. If you're a much advanced person within a gym, I would work at an RPE level 8 and above, just to make sure that the body is fully prepped and warm for exercise. So after you've done your 5 to 10 minute warm-up, we need to stretch the body to prepare it for exercise also, as well as to avoid the risk of injury. So what you will do here is a thing called flow stretching, so it's working from the upper body all the way down to the lower body. Now I'm going to demonstrate and explain. So there's two different types of stretching methods. There's the maintenance stretches, which are the smaller muscle groups that need to be stretched for 10 to 15 seconds. They are such as the bicep, tricep of the arms and shoulders. And then you've got the locomotor muscles, which are the bigger muscles that need to be stretched for at least 30 seconds, and they're called the developmental stretches. So as you see me here, you now see me in a hugging the beach ball position. This is known as the hugging the beach ball. This works this area here. It works the back, and the muscle is known as the latissimus dorsi. Here you will stretch that stretch for about 30 seconds because it's a large muscle group. So moving on from the back stretch, we'll move to the opposite muscle, the chest, also known as the pectoralis major. Here we'll also stretch this muscle for 30 seconds as it is a large muscle group. So moving on from the chest, we move to a smaller muscle group known as the shoulder. The shoulder muscle is known as the deltoid muscles. This muscle you only stretch from 10 to 15 seconds and maintenance stretch as it is a smaller muscle group. Okay, so then from the shoulder we'll move to the back of the arm, the tricep. The tricep is called the tricep because it's 3 separate muscles within the back of the arm. Here again we'll only hold it for 10 to 15 seconds as it's a small muscle group and it's a maintenance stretch. So moving on from the tricep, I haven't actually done a video in regards to the core muscle stretch, but if you wish to stretch the core, you could do an exercise known as the plank. It's an isometric contraction and you can hold that from again 15 to 30 seconds. Moving on down from the core, we're moving down into the legs, which is the quadriceps stretch. Here in the quadriceps, there's 4 separate muscles. The largest muscle group of them all is known as the rectus femoris. Here you will stretch this muscle. Moving on from the hamstring stretch, we will then move on to the gastrocnemius, which is known as the calf muscle. And here you will stretch this muscle for only 15 seconds as it's only a small muscle group and it's a maintenance stretch. Okay, so once all the stretches are completed, the body is now ready and prepared for exercise. So that means that we must move on to our main workout, our main CV workout. Again, you can use various different machines such as the bike, you can use the cross trainer, the rower. As you can see in this video here, I've chosen to use the treadmill. The RPE level, if you're working at a sedentary level, I'd work from about RPE 6 to 7. If advanced, work from RPE 8 onwards, and we want to do this for a period of about 15 to 20 minutes, ensuring if you're on the treadmill that there's good heel to toe action, looking forwards and maintaining a nice upright position always. So from our main CV workout, we then move on to our main workout using resistance. Now you can use various resistance machines, free weights, or your own body weight, or you can do a combination of both. Here you see me performing a press up using my own body weight, and I perform 3 different types of press ups that allows people from all levels to participate, from beginners, moderate and advanced. In terms of training zones, if you're looking to increase muscular size such as hypertrophy, then I suggest that you do 4 to 6 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. High intensity, or high resistance, low repetitions. In regards to muscular strength endurance, 4 to 6 sets again, but less weight. So ensure that the weight is lighter, a lot lighter, and perform about 15 to 25 repetitions. For muscular strength, again 4 to 6 sets of 1 to 5 repetitions. So less repetitions and a lot higher resistance. So in regards to the different training systems, for hypertrophy, the rest period would be 30 to 60 seconds in between each set. For muscular strength endurance, it's a lot less. It will be 15 seconds to 30 seconds maximum. And in regards to muscular strength, it will be 2 to 3 minute rest periods in between each set, as the demand is a lot more bigger in regards to the usage of oxygen consumption. So moving on from the chest stretch, we must work the opposite muscles. So here you see me performing a latissimus dorsi stretch, which works this area here, and again the muscle is known as the latissimus dorsi. I'm working hypertrophy, so I'm working in the zone of 8 to 10 repetitions, rest period of 30 to 60 seconds. Moving on from the back exercise, we're then going to move on to the bicep muscle. Bicep muscle is in the front of the arm, and here I illustrate to you 3 different types of bicep exercises that you can do. Now, depending again on your training methods in regards to the results that you want to achieve, you'll do 8 to 10 repetitions for hypertrophy, do 15 to 25 repetitions for muscular strength endurance, and 1 to 5 repetitions for strength. For strength training, obviously you increase the resistance of the weight. For hypertrophy, again, you have it at a fairly high resistance, and for muscular strength endurance, you reduce the resistance but increase the repetition range. Again, keeping it flowing. So like we did within the stretches, we're going to do the resistant exercises flowing from top to bottom. So moving on from the bicep exercise, we're now going to move to the tricep exercise, which I've decided to do is dips. Now, because I've decided to do a functional movement rather than use actual resistance, I'm using my body's resistance, I will perform this exercise for at least 30 seconds each time for 3 times 3 sets of 30 seconds. Now moving on to the core exercises, as you can see that I've chosen a bench to do and perform my core exercises. So the first one you can do for just a beginner level, you could just have both hands on your knees, and as you come up, touch the top of your knees with the tips of your finger and return back down to starting position. To advance it and make it a little bit more harder, you can put the tips of your finger, two tips of your finger at each side of your head and come up to your knees. This will advance the exercise and make it more challenging. If you want to make it even more challenging, as you can see here, you can use 2 dumbbells, and as you come up, push out as if you're doing a chest press exercise. If you don't want to do the dumbbell exercises, you could just cross your arms over like this and come up to the knees. Again, it's effective in regards to making it more challenging. Moving on from the core exercise, we're going to move on to the legs, which I will be performing a Gordy stretch. Now, a Gordy stretch is going to be working predominantly the quadricep muscles, your gluteus maximus muscles, which is your backside, and the hamstring, which is the muscle in the back of your leg facing opposite to the quadricep. Here I would perform, because I am performing high. In regards again to the different training methods, if you're working hypertrophy, you want to work from 2 to 4 sets performing 8 to 10 repetitions. In regards to muscular strength and endurance, 4 to 6 sets again of light resistance, working from 15 to 25 repetitions. And again for strength, you want to be working from 2 to 4 sets, working in the rep range of 1 to 5, less repetitions, higher resistance. Stay tuned for the second part of this video, where I will be explaining the cool down system and the post stretch exercises.